buttholes PBJ sandwich.
But it drives me nuts. It drives me nuts.
What's up?
Shut up, dude.
Bloody fucking hell.
Sir George.
Screw you. You have no sense of humor.
You just disappear into this abyss of ice.
A waste of time.
Expert analysis right there.
Trying to grow the game.
Shut up, dude.
He robbed the cradle.
Screw you.
Half the man I am.
You number 1 5 Super Bowls.
I got a big ass.
Take your ass and be a PE all-star. You're being a whiny little bitch right now.
Bloody fucking hell. Buttholes PBJ sandwich.
He's in fucking jail. Kill somebody.
Bullshit. You're getting too deep into this.
Where the hell does all this money come from? It's not to protect your fucking teeth.
Buttholes PBJ sandwich. You just disappear into this abyss of ice. Shut up, dude. 5 Super Bowls. You number 1. How do you like me now? They don't give a damn.
You cheated.
One of the stupidest things I've ever seen.
Just shut the hell up.
Whoa.
Hey, what's up?
Siamese twins.
Sir George.
He's old.
Who's ready to dance?
What's the weirdest thing you've ever killed and ate?
Buttholes PBJ sandwich.
Damn.
That's not what I meant. That is just off the wall bad.
He was talking about doing hard shit. Well, his prediction is bullshit. 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 This game was stolen.
Just shut the hell up.
Whoa.
Cowboys the shit team.
Dallas for 30 effing years, and it ain't working.
You number 1, Jared. Number 1.
He's old.
You better win the damn Super Bowl next year. Period.
The cold is coming.
Talked about buttholes that made me hungry for a PBJ sandwich.
Shut up, dudes, because you suck.
Bullshit.
This whole segment, whiny ass flopping bitches.
I can't even bullshit y'all. Just not gonna ever pick them.
Yeah, you could kick my ass.
So if you don't like it, screw you. You have no sense of humor. You're being a whiny little bitch right now.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever killed and ate?
Siamese twins.
Siamese. What did you say? Siamese twins.
But nope.
Oh God, I just got what you were saying. That's not what I meant. Oh man, that is just off the wall bad.
He was talking about doing hard shit. Well, his prediction is bullshit.
Or, hey, Jerry. Hey, Jerry. I just sold Jerry a joke. Hey, Jerry. You said, well, this ain't your number 1. Your number 1, Jerry. Number 1.
No nudity on this show. We may drop an MF once in a while, but we are not going nude. Good Lord. I think you're trying to cover your own ass right now. And don't.
You know what? I got a big ass, so
That's a lot of
take
cover.
a lot of cover. It take a blanket, damn it.
More like a drape.
Is that so I can open it up when I need to go? You know,
Hey, you're getting too deep into this.
No.
Rivalries make sports great, but they
Yes.
got to be on the same level. And I'm sorry, Angel Reese ain't on the level of Caitlin Clark. Like, it's not Magic Bird. If you don't want to commit to it, take your ass and be a PE all-star.
First off, you need to get your facts effing straight.
What? You're the coach. Shut up, dude. All you haters, shut the hell up. Just shut the hell up.
Whoa.
I won 5 Super Bowls, damn it. How dare you call the Cowboys a shit team? Watch the Cowboys. It'll be fun, they said. Bloody fucking hell, it was no fun. It was like riding a train around one of the Kardashians' asses, and you just disappear into this abyss of ice. Somehow he talked about buttholes that made me hungry for a PBJ sandwich. And they're playing with sticks, and they're playing with a little puck all the time.
Expert analysis right there.
Trying to grow the game, man. Global game.
These people, they don't give a damn.
I've ridden the Eye of London. I've also ridden the butthole of London. You're almost going to laugh. I can see it. Almost fixing to lose it. It drives me nuts.
I don't ever want to see you ever again. You've been absolutely atrocious.
I'm ready.
Who ready?
I'm ready.
Who ready?
I'm ready.
Who ready?
I'm ready.
Well, give me my darn theme music then, DJ.
Had to switch up on the flow, gotta keep them on their toes. I move quick, I make the most, why they copy what I wrote. Follow everything I post, never trip about a clone. Cause they know what's a sheep to a goat. Welcome to the main event. Applying pressure, but I win. So go ahead, but I'm staying in.
Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call somebody!
Woo! Yes. On Time Sports Talk back on this beautiful Wednesday night. Your ass better call somebody because we are the self-proclaimed best in the podcast game. I am Casey, the remix schedule, the bald and the beautiful. My father, Eddie, the original schedule. Say hello to the people.
Hello to the people.
He is so literal, ladies and gentlemen. It's ridiculous. But, something dawned on me this week. It's Super Bowl week. And it's
I mean,
Super
like
Bowl
the sun
60.
in the morning, it dawned on you.
I said this week. It wasn't in the morning. Stop. Just stop. I'm trying to pay you a compliment here, and you just want to.
Whoa! I better hang on. Let me mute my mic and everything.
Record this, clip this shit because it doesn't happen very often. I was gonna say the NFL and AFL, when the AFL was around, they obviously saw that you were born, and they knew you were going to be half the equation of what would equate to the legend of me. So in celebration of your birth, they created the Super Bowl because you're both 60 years old.
Yeah, 1965.
Yeah. So in a roundabout way, I complimented both of us. But anyways.
Yeah, that wasn't really a compliment.
Yeah, it was. You were such a
that was a passive aggressive criticism or old person attack.
No.
Senior abuse. Senior abuse.
No, you are half the equation that led to the legend that is the remix. There is no remix without the original. So,
no, this is true. You are here because I got laid.
Yeah, and I know when too. Worst story I ever heard in my life. All right, let's get away from that. Well, folks, if you're new to the show, feel free comment in the comments. Let us know where you're viewing. If you're here because you hate us and you couldn't stand one of the shorts or reels I posted, awesome. We appreciate it. We love the haters too. But if you're new to the show, our number one fan from day one, loves comedy. We are not comedians. I say it every week, but the old man tries to make the people laugh regardless. So go ahead, before we get to the rundown, hit the people with your failed attempt at comedy, or I'm sure it'll be a failed attempt.
Well, did you hear about that famous pickle? It's a really big deal.
Wow. And you know what? Someone's going to comment that they found that hilarious, and it's just encouraging your terrible behavior.
It's a really big deal.
Yeah,
get it? Really?
No, I get it. We all get it. It's that obvious. All right. Well, folks, let's get to the rundown. For the first time in like 7 months, we're not starting the show with football. Big day in the NBA trade deadline. We got trade deadline madness going on. So we're going to talk about that first. Then we're going to talk about the Super Bowl preview, our picks, our impressions. And then the old man wants to see if I can get the top five Super Bowl teams. He found a list. He wants to quiz my trivia.
ESPN, give them credit. ESPN ranked, I don't know who at ESPN ranked all 59 Super Bowl teams 1 through 59. And I just wanted to see if you can guess or come close to who they said were the top 5 Super Bowl teams.
Yes, exactly what I just said. Thank you for reiterating.
Not really.
I mean, you just wanted to give credit. They're not paying us. They're not going to sue this little ass podcast we got going here. So, but then we're going to go to the NFL roundabout. Get lost in that because we know a lot of people around the country do not know how to drive in roundabouts. And then we're going to go to what we've affectionately called our Shut Up Dude, or our Sud segment, our Sud awards of the week, as the old man likes to say. Who gets a Sud award this week? And then a little update on the WNBA, my dad's favorite league in the world, even more than the NFL. And then we'll wrap it up with some tidbits, randoms, and the whiskey of the week. If you want to participate in the whiskey of the week, just get in the comments. Try to guess what whiskey I have here in the cancer. All right, I change it. Well, not every week, because not every, depends if people are guessing. But if you get it on your first guess, I will get you either a bottle of it or a gift card. You'll just DM me and I'll get a gift card sent to you. You can go buy that bottle that's in the canter, or whatever the hell you like drinking. So you may guess the right whiskey, but maybe you're a tequila person. I don't know. So, all right, let's get to it. NBA trade deadline madness. Let's start with Cleveland. We're going to talk a little
Cleveland rocks.
Cleveland's not going to – we're going to get into Cleveland, the city, at the end of the show. Just a little tease there. But James Harden, whining, bitching, complaining, gets traded again because he wasn't happy in L.A. again. Gets traded for Darius Garland. Cleveland is doing pretty well this year, as they did last year. But if I was the Cleveland Brass, I wouldn't have made this move. I think it's a terrible move by Dan Gilbert and that ownership group, whoever the GM is there. But your impressions of James Harden, the beard, going to Ohio?
Well, Harden, it's he played for Houston for a while, so I watched him. He obviously played for the Thunder for a while. The problem with Harden, to me, is extremely talented, but there's something about him that doesn't make you feel like he's going to bring a championship to a team. I can't put my finger on that. I can't explain it, but he has been. Well, how many trades is this? This fourth, fifth?
Yeah, it's fourth trade. The reason you get that feeling he's not going to bring a championship, because in the playoffs he chokes all the time.
Well, and that might be where I get that feeling, And
he's mid-30s now, 35, 36, 37 years old, somewhere around there. He had a great renaissance year last year in LA. And what sucks this year for the Clippers is Kawhi is actually playing at an extremely high level. Harden has been playing at a pretty high level, and they still can't win games. They're under 500. The Clippers are, and ultimately, this is just Harden being Harden. He quits on teams. He pouts. He soaks. He doesn't play defense. I just don't know. I think if the Cleveland Cavaliers wanted to trade Garland, they could have went somewhere else.
Yeah, it's funny to me when you think back of when Harden started his career. Basically, you had a young Westbrook, you had Harden, and you had Kevin Durant, all on the same team at Oklahoma, and they couldn't do anything.
They made it to the Western Conference Finals, lost to the Mavericks that year, and then I believe they made the finals the next a few years later, losing to Golden State in the Western Conference Finals. No, I don't know if that group made it to the finals. I'm brain farting on my timeline here, but I know they lost to Golden State at some point, and then Kevin Durant leaves, and but that trio together, I think the farthest they made it was the Western Conference Finals against the Mavericks in 2011. And I will say Harden doesn't become the guy or the player he became if he doesn't go to Houston. I just think his game would have been held back a little bit, being on a team with Westbrook and Durant, bigger stars than he was at the time. But as you like to say, whiny ass bitches. and that's what Harden definitely falls under that subject or that
Well, and
category in the NBA realm.
this is why I have a hard time with the NBA. You've got too many coaches who like to speak about politics. You got too many players who bitch about everything and are, and they don't play basketball anymore. They literally walk with the basketball. And I mean, it's not basketball.
Well,
Back
we
when
we
it's
can have a
just not.
whole thing on the NBA and why we don't like it and why you struggle with it. But let's we got a lot of trades to get through here.
Okay.
So Jaren Jackson, which was the first big blockbuster trade from Memphis to the Jazz. I really like this for the Jazz. I think they're starting to build something out there in Utah. We all know Memphis is blowing this shit up. They traded Bane last year. Obviously, this trade with Jaren Jackson, former Defensive Player of the Year, and I think Ja Morant is on his way out. If it's not by the deadline this week, I think it'll be this offseason because I think Memphis is done with this immaturity. Rumors that maybe Houston will be interested this offseason, things like that. I mean, Houston gets tied to every damn trade rumor out there most of the time. I mean, they're tied to the Giannis trade rumors right now. But Jaren Jackson, I think that's a big pickup. Pairing with Keontae George out there in Utah, and Laurie Marketing. I think they got something brewing out in Utah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more on understanding what's going on with Morant. He's probably going to end up with the Kings from everything that I've read and the rumors going around out there. But I agree with you. Memphis is just blowing things up, and we'll see if it's obviously not going to do much for them this year.
Yeah, I mean, they've garnered,
So,
I think, 7 first-round picks in the next few years and 12 picks
yeah.
overall over the next 2 or 3. So they're definitely, obviously, in rebuild mode. And, which if it's not working and you're tired of your star, you don't think we represent your franchise. It's just 2 or 3 years ago, everyone, you couldn't deny Ja Morant's greatness and his athleticism and his impact. And he kind of got in his own way, unfortunately. Smaller trade to get into. Lonzo Ball gets acquired from the Jazz, but he's expected to be waived from Chicago. And, rumors are he's probably going to end up in Charlotte playing with his brother. And so, yeah, it'll be interesting. So,
yeah, that's a interesting thing that someone's going to get traded and then they're going to be waived.
Well, we'll get into that one because there's another situation like that probably happening actually closer to home in Dallas. But do you think with the pieces in Utah just could they be a play-in team by the end of the year? Possibly. I think so. I don't think you start making these moves if you're not trying to make the playoffs. I like Marketing. I like Jaren Jackson, that front line, kind of a smaller front line, unless you're going to slide Marketing over the small forward, which I don't like that matchup defensively. I mean, of course, it's not like he's a defensive beast anyway, but I like what the Utah's doing. And if it's not this year, I think they add a piece or two this upcoming offseason, and Utah, could be a dark horse top.
Yeah, I think it's more. I think it's more next year. I mean, hell, what are they? They're 16-35, 24 games back from the Thunder.
Well, don't look at the Thunder. Look at 10th place.
Yeah, well, they're still. That's hard to tell right now. Then you're saying the Mavericks or obviously we just talked about the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are blowing it up, so that means you've got a couple teams that they would be duking it out with, and that's Trailblazers and Mavericks, and quite possibly, well, not really the Pelicans. Pelicans are crap right now. So
Yeah. So appreciate the question, Denzel. And keep throwing them in there. Anyone, throw them in the comments. Also, let us know where you're watching. See our reach. What part of the country are we getting to? But obviously, the biggest surprise, the biggest trade to this point, and after we talk, I have a guess. Coach J Kidd is in the house tonight.
oh, really?
So he is in the house.
They're not
After
playing
we
a game
talk about
tonight?
this, we're gonna go get his impressions of not only the trade, but J Kidd went off. So Coach J Kidd in the house. But I'm going to say this about Anthony Davis. I still think when healthy, and that is in asterisks. When healthy, he's a top 12 player in the league.
You can't put it in asterisks. Put it in bandages and
Well, if he was in
surgeries.
bandages, he wouldn't be healthy. That's why I said if healthy. All right. But what I want to say here is he still has value, but the problem is he's never healthy. I mean, there's a reason why his nickname is Street Clothes, and the Mavericks, when
He's
almost
played,
a year to the
30
day.
games total for
I'm
them?
sorry?
He's played how many games total for them?
I don't have
since
that
the
number,
trade
but
of
it's not a high
Luka?
number.
I think it's like 30. 30 games
not
since the trade.
He has almost a list of injuries as long as as many games as he's played in since he got to Dallas. But the situation wasn't fair to him because he came to Dallas. He was the guy traded for Luka. It's not his fault. Everyone involved in that trade has been fired. LA fired Pelinka, by the way, the GM who made that trade. We obviously know Nico Harrison has been dismissed. And so I feel for Anthony Davis because game one, he was balling out and he was like, I'm here now. He tried to embrace the moment and just his body failed him and Dallas. And it would have been fun to see him, Irving, and Coop together, but it's never going to happen. I'm interested to see what Kyrie ends up deciding if he tells the franchise, can you please try to move me this offseason? Which I think they'll probably try to do that and build around Cooper Flag, which is what they need to do. And that's Cooper Flag, and I posted this. He's going to have a more successful career than Luka Doncic. I'm calling it now. You don't believe me.
I just think Dallas is not set up for him. I don't think Dallas is going to be the place where he does it.
Okay, I don't know why you would say that because they now have 3 first-round picks in the next 2 drafts. They have a couple young pieces that are good around him, Najee Marshall, Max Christie. And let's just look what he's done in the last 4 or 5 games. 36 points, 34, 49, 16, and 21. On top of that, with his rebounds, double-digit rebounds, 3 of those games, and his assist numbers have been 5 or higher in 3 of those games. So, most points scored by a teenager ever, by the way. He's 19 years old with that 49-point performance against Charlotte, and which was a great game. Going against his teammate from Duke, Concanipple, I think had 38 or something like that. It was a great game.
Would you say his last name was?
Knipple.
Knipple?
Yes.
Knipple. I'm sorry.
This is why if you would pay attention to basketball once in a while, I wouldn't be talking to a wall here. Yeah.
I pay attention to the WNBA and college basketball.
No, you don't. Who's number 1 in college basketball right now?
I couldn't tell you because it's not March yet.
It's you pay attention to college basketball for 2 weeks of the year.
Well, yeah.
Don't even try that. But anyways, Cooper Flagg having one of the greatest rookie years we've ever seen. They're breaking it down to build it up around him. I do think Dallas has proven that they've done it before. They built around Luka after Luka was drafted. They built around
different
Dirk.
ownership, though. The problem I have is you have crappy owners now at Dallas. That's my problem.
I think they realized what they did, and they're trying to fix it.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
I mean, look, you can't deny they're trying to. They got rid of the headache that was Anthony Davis.
Mm-hmm.
They turned Luka into.
I don't think that was a headache. That was a dumbass trade.
Yes, and they fired the guy who orchestrated it, and they're trying to fix it. You can't fix it all overnight. There's no magic fucking fairy wand and saying, "Hey,
well, they got a number 1 pick with a fairy wand because they got lucky in the lottery."
Yes, they did. There's no doubt that luck, played a huge part in this. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go get J Kidd, and
bring J Kidd. Let's talk about peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. He's gonna bring them. So yeah, the latest AP ranking is the usual suspects that he was just talking about with college basketball. You've got UConn and Duke at 3 and 4. You've got Arizona, which is still undefeated according to this, at 22 and 0, which is pretty freaking amazing. But the usual names. That's what gets me about basketball and their consistency sometimes. You don't see teams just come out of nowhere like Indiana did in football. And yeah, I guess you could argue there's some continuity in football also with some of the teams. But we're talking UConn, Duke, Michigan, Arizona, Gonzaga again. And Houston for us folks here in the Houston area, 19 and 2 at the number 8 in the 8 latest AP poll, which is pretty good. And then how about Texas Tech, 13, kind of holding their own there, and moving up.
Hello.
It's what? Are you wearing a Santa hat, Coach?
Yeah.
Is that because you have no other Mavericks?
No. Yeah, I have my Maverick hat right here.
Why are you wearing a Santa hat, Coach?
Because it's Christmas in Dallas.
It's Christmas in Dallas, really?
Yes,
in February. It's Christmas in February in Dallas. Why is it Christmas in Dallas?
Did you hear the news? Anthony Davis is gone. Nico Harrison is gone, and I'm back.
I heard you had a little rant or went off the other day. What's going on with that? You're usually so laid back.
Listen. I don't want you to sit there and write that bullshit, okay? Because I've done played this game, okay? I played at a very high level.
Retired a while back, so yeah,
you don't worry about that. I know what the fuck I'm doing, okay? Because you have never played the game. All I heard was you would tackle people in Taft, Texas, when your son was trying to play on the concrete pad. All right, so I know what the fuck I'm doing. So take that criticism and shove it up your rear end. Okay? All right. You're not Top Gun.
Easy,
you're not
Coach.
Maverick.
You're on a family show here. You're part of the Mavericks. You're representing your team here.
Listen, if I wasn't doing something right, you wouldn't be poking holes in me. So
poking holes in you.
Yes.
Poking holes like a Swiss cheese or something. Is that what you
listen. I was never on board with Nico Harrison's plan. I had to say I was on board with his plan when he traded Luka because I was going to get fired if I didn't. You saw me cry on your show and wanting Luka back. Okay? It happened. I remember this. But I think ultimately it's Christmas Day in Dallas. because we can start the rebuilding process against Coop. I love Coop. Cooper Flag is the way, the truth of basketball. Uh he's like
Lasagna basketball.
no, he's like, I mean, I think as a professional who's done this at a high level, I think he's better than LeBron James when he was a rookie.
Really?
Yep, yep, yep. So, yeah,
Well, I
ultimately,
just want to hear what different type. You've used spaghetti, you've used peanut butter and jelly, you've used different things in your coaching style. So, what are you doing different with Cool
well,
this year?
see, I put him at the point guard position, okay, and he's not a point guard, but I know what I'm doing. So it doesn't matter whether we are a well balanced peanut butter jelly sandwich or spaghetti noodles in the playbook or whatever. But I know what the fuck I'm doing. Do you know what you're doing? No, you don't. Okay, that's why you're over there with
I
your
know
little
not to
minion in
put
the
a
corner.
7-foot center at point guard.
Well, number one, we don't have a 7 foot center. Okay, if you're talking about
How
Cooper
tall
Flag,
is Cool?
he Cooper Flag is 6'9" and he's a small forward. Okay, like I said, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. I do. I played at a high level.
Really?
Yes.
I think you're kind of stuck on one subject, coach, kind of how your coaching style goes. You get stuck in one play calling system and you get your ass run
Listen,
out.
listen.
So tell me
I
how
will
you're going
break
to
it
do that
down
different.
to your simpleton brain. Okay. I know. All right. Since you want to talk food,
It's
I will talk food
simpleton,
for you.
not
Yes.
simpleton.
So
Simpleton.
ultimately, what's going to happen is what we did with this trade. We got rid of all the jelly. Okay, no more jelly. We only got peanut butter. That's not a balanced sandwich. Okay, we got to get the balance back in the Dallas Mavericks with these draft picks, with the moves we made, and hopefully, I will still be the conductor of the butter knife to spread the jelly and the peanut butter all over the sandwiches.
But if you put peanut butter on a cracker, which, Coop, we could go down that road, but you don't need any jelly. You just put the peanut
No,
butter on a
no,
cracker.
no, no, no. You need jelly.
Then who's going to be your jelly?
Don't worry. Who knows? Do I look like the GM? All I know is they better bring a GM in here that knows what he's doing and that won't fire me.
I'll go back to one famous coach once said, if you want me to cook the dinner, you better let me shop for the groceries. Are you saying you don't get to shop for the groceries?
I am the head coach.
Okay, we've established that. You usually wear a shirt that says coach to remind you are the coach, but yes. But so you're not shopping for the groceries?
Listen, ultimately in my household, my wife shops for the groceries, and because I'm on the road a lot, and I don't know what shopping for groceries is relevant to basketball and us trading Mr. Street Clothes himself. So um, I know what I'm doing. Let me rephrase it. I know what the fuck I am doing. I played at a high level, and you just over here trying to poke holes in my sandwiches.
So you were high when you played? Is that what you're saying?
No, I said I played at a high level. Okay. I'm a Hall of Famer. Okay. Don't even start questioning my credentials. All right. You just put some more powder on that bald head of yours and add to your minion collection in your background.
Why are you talking like you
All right.
changed your accent, coach?
Listen, ultimately, I got to go.
I don't know what happened there. All of a sudden, he started talking like, "Yo, we're gonna play some basketball on 33rd Street down here in New York or something." I don't know. That was Coach J Kidd simulated, obviously, in the Santa hat. I still think the jury is out on the Mavericks. The Mavericks. with this new ownership, as much as Mark Cuban gets on my nerves. I think he was good for the Mavericks. And now that they have all this change and turmoil, we'll see what happens.
Well, how'd the interview go?
Coach Kidd kind of broke out and we're going to play basketball on 33rd Street,
He got a little New Jersey on you?
I guess so. Is that where he's from? Where is he from?
He's from California. He's from Oakland,
totally,
California,
dude.
actually. All right. Well, that should wrap up our NBA section here. Let's go and hear from our sponsor, EasyLeadership.com.
Parents, help your student find their true path with the Berkman Career Assessment. Imagine if you had discovered your true passion right after high school. How much further along would you be in a fulfilling life? Now picture giving that gift to your student. The Berkman Career Assessment is designed to uncover the career paths that align with your student's unique personality, interests, and needs. Don't let them wander through years of uncertainty. Equip them with clarity and confidence to pursue a future where they thrive. Act now. Invest in their purpose with Berkman today at easyleadership.com or email us for a free career checkup.
EasyLeadership.com. Check it out. We just had a student today get a new career assessment. And once again, it definitely helps you. Just think if you had that opportunity when you were younger to figure out what you really like to do. So, EasyLeadership.com.
All right. Well, let's get to the NFL. Still a lot of news going on. Apparently, yesterday was the Pro Bowl. I didn't even know. I thought it was Sunday. That's how much uninterested I am in it. And, I posted a short giving our take on the Pro Bowl and soft and just it's flag football. I was surprised how many people defended it. And it was really, I was like y'all don't want to see at least some semblance of real football, some pads on there. Why would they risk themselves? And I asked our Monday show with Mac and Kyle, Unfiltered Sports, that I hopped on. I was like, when's the last time you saw an injury in the Pro Bowl? When it was an actual game. And they couldn't even say it. They couldn't think of one injury that actually happened in the Pro Bowl because, we're never going back. I think they should. You notice they used to be on Sunday, right? And I said it was yesterday. So they move it to Tuesday so the ratings go down so they can get rid of all of it. That's what my conspiracy theory. They just needs to be an honorary title and go away. And the only reason I heard it was yesterday is because Dak threw the game-winning touchdown to George Pickens. That's the only reason I heard about it, because I saw it on some Cowboy people's.
They just need to do like they do kind of in college football. They have All-Americans. Just say it's a Pro Bowl. You're a Pro Bowler. Well, Get rid of the name Pro Bowl. Come up with your non-flag football playing good guy. I don't know what the hell.
Pro Bowl and still have your All Pros as the top of the top. But if you're Pro Bowl, it would mean a little something, financially if you get it. And I think if you go that route, you get away from the game and all that baloney. It should be voted on by the players and coaches and GMs, not the fans. If you're going to take away the entertainment, which they should. So,
and this is another problem with when money gets to be so outrageous. Now it's, if you go back why there was a Pro Bowl, that was one of the things we always look forward to. Back in my day, Staubach and Bradshaw played against each other in the Super Bowl, and of course they beat us each time. But then Staubach got his revenge in the Pro Bowl, and everybody looked forward to it. It was fun to watch. But now I
heard Steve Young talk about. I don't want to have this to dominate our roundabout conversation, but Steve Young talked about it was the Pro Bowl used to be the week after the Super Bowl, and then the Super Bowl participants would go after. Well, then they moved it to the week before the Super Bowl, and then everyone in the Super Bowl would not go that got voted in. which I think is understandable, obviously. And if you just lost the Super Bowl, do you really want to go play in the Pro Bowl? But it was also a little more, enticing because of Hello Beautiful. And it was in Hawaii. You got a trip. They paid for your family, all that jazz. So, yeah, that's why I said Hello Beautiful. But all right, before we get to the head coaching
people
hire.
didn't think you were talking to me.
So, okay. Anyways, before we get to the head coaching hires, let's stick in the NFC East. The Giants hire Nagy, the former Chicago Bears head coach. Is this a big misstep by the Giants and John Harbaugh hiring Nagy as their offensive coordinator?
Well, we're going to have to see, right? But my issue is with coordinators coming out of Chicago have not done very well for whatever reason that is. But the jury's going to be out on that. I can't say either way. Guys, it's like I said, some guys are good head coaches. Some guys are way better at coordinator than they are head coaches. And Nagy, to me, is probably one of those guys who's better at a coordinator spot. So it could possibly be something. Obviously, being a Cowboy fan, I hope it's not. But, on the other side of that coin, I'd like the teams in the NFC East to be good. I hate it when half of them suck. I want it to be good because it makes the games more exciting to watch and more meaningful. And quite frankly, when it's that way, it prepares those teams that go into the playoffs to be ready. I mean, right now it's the NFC least. It is right now the East is terrible. It's not even considered in the top two of the conferences in the National Football League. And used to be NFC East was beast of the NFC. It is not anymore. I would say the NFC West and obviously the NFC North is very tough conferences right now.
Well, Nagy, or Nagy, however you want to say it, he was the head coach in Chicago after being the OC for the Chiefs, and or not the Chiefs. He went and been the Chiefs, quarterbacks coach, offense coordinator, and then he actually went back to the Chiefs after he got fired from Chicago. Tried to develop Mitchell Trubisky, couldn't do it. Tried to develop Justin Fields, couldn't do it. And so developing young quarterbacks, this is one of those cases. I think Patrick Mahomes made someone look really good, and he gets a job, and which I think that's the case. With the Browns hire and Lamar Jackson and those guys, with Todd Rank, I'm blanking on his name. It's not Rankin. The head coach for the Browns. They just hired Todd
Monken.
Yeah, Monken. Lamar, I think, made him look better than he was or than he is. Well, that's to be determined, of course. But Nagy, not great
at the rookie of the year.
Quarterbacks.
He's getting the rookie of the year, Jackson Dart.
Jackson.
Does it really matter?
It does. Those are two different people, good sir. One of them doesn't even exist. But I think it's a mistake by the Giants. And another mistake that happened in football is the NFL Hall of Fame fumbles again. They say, hey, owner Kraft, you can join Belichick watching the Hall of Fame introductions. Robert Kraft left out of the Hall of Fame on the snub list. This is ludicrous and asinine, and all 50 of those people who vote in this process need to be punched in the face.
Getting punched in the face. There was a famous quote by a guy who would say, "It's ludicrous. It's ludicrous." Mike Tyson. He would say that. It is. In basically 2 weeks, you've taken the winningest coach ever in the NFL
in the Super Bowl.
and the winningest, championships is what I'm referring to.
Yes.
Owner, and put him. Jerry Jones is in the freaking Hall of Fame. And he ain't done shit since Jimmy Johnson left. Basically, but he's in the Hall of Fame. He's in the Hall of Fame because he's gone against the grain. Kraft has won championships after, yeah, it's ridiculous. It's damn ridiculous.
Well, that comparison, Jerry Jones was influential in how the league marketed. And so you don't have to be put in the Hall of Fame by your accomplishments, by your team when it comes to ownership. You can be impact.
Kraft should.
I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you at all. Kraft should be in the Hall of Fame, and so is Belichick. The Hall of Fame just cheapened their product. That's what they did. They cheapened their product.
I don't understand what's going on there because this shit's goofy.
Straight hypocrisy if they don't hold out Tom Brady, because they've set a precedent now for the Patriots in that era. So when Tom Brady's first time on the ballot, they better not vote him in, because that's which they're damned if they do, damned if they don't in that situation, because they've screwed over the Patriots twice with one of the best owners of all time and arguably the best coach of all time, and they're going to do it to arguably the greatest football player ever. I mean, the Hall of Fame, it has turned into a joke. And it's sad to see. Ultimately, it's sad to see. So, when we left,
just really quickly, is this a pre-indicator that the NFL is headed for a fall?
Well, they're two different entities. The NFL Hall of Fame is not actually part of the NFL.
I get that. But when you think about all these things, Pro Football Hall of Fame being shit, obviously, and we're going to talk about this in our SUD awards, the halftime show for the Super Bowl, major controversy, and where you've got numerous owners saying get rid of it or get rid of the entertainer. And now you've got this Hall of Fame. You've got all these things. Is football headed for a decline?
Well, I don't know about decline because of its popularity and the money that's put into it and gambling, but I will say Roger Goodell might be headed out, because he's the one who refuses to remove the said entertainer that you're alluding to in our SUD section. But it's an interesting question, and it'd be something I need to ponder on a little more. But I just think it's too big to fail at this point. But I think it could go into a quote-unquote football mini recession, maybe. But a full-on decline, I just don't see that happening. All right. When we left, Raiders and the Cardinals had not hired their coaches. They were the only two openings. Raiders targeting, and I think it's going to be made official on Monday after the Super Bowl, Clint Kubiak, the offensive coordinator from Seattle. I think that's an interesting pick. I think it could be a really smart pick by the Raiders. And because I think preemptively they're probably going to draft Mendoza #1 overall. And you can see what he's done with Sam Darnold this year, which has been impressive. And when you put a good system around a young quarterback, you start getting some weapons around there. The Raiders, it might take 2 or 3 years, but I think you could see a turnaround. And I think the first step might be Clint Kubiak.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's just like you said, what he's been able to do with quarterbacks is extremely important. And that's the thing. You need this type of person coming in, especially if they're going to bring in Mendoza, which all indications are that that's what they're going to do. So absolutely. I think this is a start. And I was obviously way off at the beginning of this year thinking that the Raiders were going to do something, but I think it's the start of doing something very good.
You say way off. You picked them to win the AFC West. Yeah, and we all were. I think we all were off on that. You know, Pete Carroll comes in. They draft Genty. They got Brock Bowers. Geno Smith gets traded over there. You got Max Crosby and that defense over there. I think how bad they were surprised a lot of people, and you and me were two of those people. The other team that got their head coach Matt LaFleur going to the Cardinals from he is the Rams offensive coordinator. A lot of people are wondering if they picked the wrong coordinator from the Rams. A lot of people should they have picked the DC from LA? But another Sean McVay disciple out there getting a head coaching job. You want a head coaching job, you go work for Sean McVay in the Rams or Kyle Shanahan in the 49ers. There's such a mess in Arizona with the Kyler Murray situation and the cap stranglehold he has. I suggested on Monday on Unfiltered that they should just cut bait, pull a Russell Wilson. But I think his cap hit is way too high. I think it's like 80 or 90 million. And Russell Wilson's was like 50 something. So it may not be possible in that realm. So this is definitely a we'll have to see situation because they got a lot of cleaning the house to do.
So we just got on my timeline on Facebook, our number one fan, Olivia, who is my mother-in-law, said, "Hello, guys. No clue what you're talking about, but I'm sure you're doing a great job." Maybe.
Well, thank you. We're trying.
Thank you, Mana. Glad you're listening.
But what do you think of Arizona and Matt LaFleur?
Once again, it's down LaFleur. Where was his pedigree? Didn't he come
from the Rams? And you're probably thinking of LaFleur in Green Bay, who's the head coach.
No, I was thinking of his. Wasn't he in college for a while as a coordinator or? Not Matt LaFleur. His name is. Well, let me just get back to my point. It's the jury's going to be out on this, but right now the Cardinals got a lot of questions to answer, and we're going to have to see how all that plays out. They obviously have one of the great receivers in Harrison Jr. there, but
it's Mike LaFleur, by the way.
Yeah,
I think I was misspeaking as well. I think I put Matt in my notes.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Every fan base, every with the start of the new offseason, everyone's energized. They're all going to say we have one goal to win a Super Bowl, or just stack one day on the other, or all the normal coach talk. So we'll see. But they hired the young guy, 38 years old, went to Cleveland, Atlanta, San Francisco, the Jets, and the Rams last year. Is kind of his pedigree. So been on the offensive side. He was the offensive coordinator for the Jets in 21-22, and the passing game coordinator, wide receivers coach in San Francisco from 17, 18, and 19 and 20. So they've got a little bit of McVay, a little bit of Kyle Shanahan in them. We'll see how it goes ultimately. So, all right. Well, we're going to transition to the status of the WNBA. Oh, wait, hold on. We got a question. Denzel, do you think Arizona trades Kyler Murray and just let the offense flow through Jacoby Brissett?
Yes.
Well, I put that on the screen and you disappear. You need to get your phone book there, Shorty. But
we can just do that.
No, go back to the other one because that doesn't work for the clips. That's why I do.
Well, we're not doing a clip right now.
I got it.
We ain't doing. Now you're on the bottom. Ha!
Doesn't matter. I don't sit as low as you, guy. There you go.
I know it's in Well, I can.
Anyways, let's not get into your childish games. Let's answer Denzel's question.
Can I get into your childish games? No, I'm number one.
You are number one in everyone's heart.
Yes, your heart. All right, go. What are you waiting on?
I'm waiting on you to shut up. Good Lord.
I'm waiting on you to shut up. Good Lord. All right, let's move on.
Play the damn commercial.
Commercial? I wasn't ready for a commercial. Okay.
Leadership development isn't built in theory, it's built in real moments. And until now, coaches had to turn those moments into growth plans manually. We built something different, an AI-powered coaching platform designed specifically for leadership development professionals. With one real workplace scenario, our system creates a personalized 90-day leadership development journey, structured, actionable, and ready to coach. Whether your clients are first-time managers, high-potential talent, or executive leaders, you can now deliver consistent, high-quality development at scale without losing your personal coaching style. This platform doesn't replace your expertise, it amplifies it, because great coaches deserve better tools. Welcome to the future of leadership development.
And go to easyleadership.com. You can find the link for Coachcraft AI and check it out.
All right, Denzel. Ultimately, like I said a little earlier, I think Kyler Murray's what they should do is either cut him or trade him, but I think his cap hit is too high. I think they're going to end up being stuck with him. Is ultimately, I think you, if you're the new guy and you see some talent, you think you can work with them, you give them a shot just because of the money involved. But I do, new system. Maybe Kyler takes to it. Jacoby Brissett proved last year that system was better for him. So, see how that goes. All right. WNBA in middle of labor talks. I sent you a little picture. Your girl Sophie Cunningham says we look like fools right now. And I thought that was an interesting take because, I know that's your girl and kind of America's girl at this point. But, I think this is going to be an interesting situation what the WNBA ends up doing. They've met for the first time since October in person. The league proposed a system which the players would receive on average 70% of the net revenue, which I am confused how this works when you don't produce any revenue. So, but ultimately, salaries would projected to rise above 1.3 million, up from 250,000 in 2025. And grow nearly $2 million over the life of the deal. And average salaries would raise from 530,000 to raise up to 530 from 120 grand, and would rise $750,000 over the life of the deal. And there's a proposed $5 million salary cap. The players rejected it. They want a $10 million salary cap and more money. Even though they've been offered quite a bit of raise. So we'll see where it goes. What's your impression? You think they get this deal done?
I think they should take the first deal and shut up. But the problem is just like you stated. And obviously, I'm a WNBA fan now. I enjoy watching them, but the problem is, and I really only enjoy one team, and that's the Indiana Fever. But the problem is, they're thinking they're all that in a bag of chips, and they are not. They are not making money, and that to me should be the number one goal for the league, is to get to where they make money and turn a profit. Then they could shoot for higher salaries. But right now you're trying to rob Peter to pay Paul, you've got a credit card that's maxed out and you're trying to suck money out of something that's not, you are subsidized and you are handled and paid for by the NBA. And
Right.
the
So
NBA's got its own problem.
give you an example. They want that $10.5 million salary cap. That would, in the length of the CBA, would result in $700 million in losses over the course of the agreement between the WNBA and the WNBA.
And the problem with that is they'll sink their league. What they don't understand is they will sink their league, and to whereas the NBA is not going to be able to float them when you go that high. And I don't know who is advising them on this, who's working with them, but they need better advisors because they're focused on, oh, we should look at what the NBA players make. Well, the NBA players it's been around for a long time, and last I checked, the league actually makes money even though it sucks. You can't run a business that doesn't make money.
Yeah.
And they want higher paychecks.
Yeah, it's one of the most asinine things, I think. And they not only do they want more money, they want their facilities upgraded. They want
They want profit sharing.
More profit share. I lost
what gets me about profit sharing. They ain't no profit.
Yeah, I don't get it. I really don't. But you told them to take the first deal and shut up. Well, that segues to our Suds Awards. Shut up, dude. And I think we both have a couple of these. I know I have two. You have one. My first one goes to Paul George. You get a Sud Award, Paul George. Shut up, dude. Your career has been a disappointment. All right. You were once one of the best players in the NBA. You like James Harden, wanted to be traded multiple times, and now you get suspended for violating the drug policy of the NBA, which I don't know what drug policy it is because they let you smoke all the dope you want. So I don't know what drugs you are using, good sir. I just shut up, dude. Retire, Paul George. It's over. You were once great. I thought you were on the rise in Indiana to rival LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then obviously you had the unfortunate leg injury playing for Team USA. He came back, recovered. And you want to talk about a guy never showing up in the playoffs outside of those first few years in Indiana, Paul George, #you. So that is my first Sud Award. What is your first Sud Award of the week?
Mine goes to one of my favorite people.
Soda Belly McNugget Man.
No. Roger Goodell.
Oh.
He was asked this week about the halftime show. And for all you guys, that are out there, put politics aside. First off, nobody knows who this dude is. And he doesn't even sing in English. And this is an American, and see, this is the other thing. I've already talked about this, my sports pet peeve with these foreign games. So they bring this guy in. But what Goodell said was, well, we want to keep him because he unites people and brings people together. Bullshit! Have you watched, listened, or done anything to understand this dude is a non-uniter? He is a person who doesn't necessarily like the red, white, and blue. And it's just, it's an American championship. We call it a world championship, Super Bowl or whatever. But stop with this. He brings people together and he unites people. So we're going to stick with him because the majority of the people want him for the bullshit. Take a survey. Read the room. This is why you are effing up the NFL. You were one of the worst commissioners in the history of the freaking NFL, as far as I'm concerned, with what you've done.
So I there's one thing I'll disagree with you on that assessment is a lot of people do know who Bad Bunny is. He was one of the assassins in Bullet Train, by the way. He has billions of views on YouTube. So he is known across the world, but everything else you said is accurate on how he approached it, how he wants to wear a dress. They've picked two acts that are not, let's say, in favor, as you put it, as the red, white, and blue. One of my bands I loved growing up, Green Day, who is kind of anti-establishment, anti-United States at the moment. And, you know, the numbers are going to tell when the halftime comes on and there's the alternative halftime show that's being put on by another entity. So we'll see what it turns into. But this Super Bowl, man, they're trying to, I just think there's a weird agenda going on here that isn't sports related, to be honest. And that's why we are a sports podcast. We don't try to delve too deep into politics on here. But especially after our criticism of coaches not sticking to the sports. But yeah, it's an interesting thing. I think they should have pulled him and went a different route. I know someone was suggesting like some old band, like it doesn't have to be like that, like some old white dude band or hair band from the 80s, but you could have done something a little more relevant, a little more
Why don't they look
down the middle?
We can take these votes for Pro Bowls and stuff like that. Why can't they put it out to the fans of who the hell they want for a halftime show instead of some people sitting around a damn table eating some freaking whatever food they eat, talking bullshit, and picking these people that nobody freaking wants?
Yeah, well, I mean, the sad part is, like I said, I loved Green Day back in the day until they kind of went off the deep end. They're having the pre-performance because of the halftime show. That's even stupider that you need to have a pre-performance because of a halftime show. And then you pick a group of dogs, everything that's kind of Americana. I mean, I'm sure they're going to sing their American Idiot song, among others. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I mean, I don't ever really watch pre-games anyway. I just turn on the game and, you know, I'll just be honest. You can hate me, you can love me, you can dog me, you can comment, you can at me. I won't be watching the Bad Bunny halftime show. It's just not my music. It's not my genre. It doesn't align with my faith. And so, yeah, I won't be doing it. So ultimately, it is what it is. And if that's your thing, more power to you. But it ain't me. And I'm pretty sure I can speak for you. It ain't you either. So, all right.
You know,
My
Robert
next.
Kraft, we talked about Kraft not making the Hall of Fame. You know that he's petitioned against this halftime show. That he doesn't want. He wants the guy replaced.
Oh, yeah.
So,
well, you mentioned a bunch of owners said something. So I doubt the NFL Hall of Fame is using that as a penalty against them. But my next Sud Award is, you might remember this incident in Detroit with the Pittsburgh Steelers when the fan and DK Metcalf put his hands on him. You remember that?
yes.
The fan is filing a lawsuit. Do you know the number? Have you seen this number?
No.
For $100 million.
$100 million.
Shut up, dude. Shut up, dude. It's not that serious. He didn't punch you. He didn't put you in the hospital. He grabbed you and basically scared you a little bit.
He made me look bad on national TV, and I'm famous now.
Yeah. Shut up, man. I don't want that fan now to get anything. I thought he deserved something, like give him lifetime tickets to the Lions or give him a small amount for his trouble. But man, you're gonna go out there and try to sue for $100 million. Then I saw him sitting in a suit with his Lions hat, backwards with his. I was just like, nah, man, you lost me on it. I was on your side at first in the DK
It is
Metcalf
Detroit. It is Detroit. And remember, you can't spell riot without Detroit.
Maybe they should rename
with
Minnesota
a riot in it. You can't spell Detroit without riot in it. There you go.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, not trying to. Yes, 100 million is crazy, Denzel. Insane. All right. Do you have another set, or are we wrapping that one up?
No, that's pretty much mine.
Right.
It's just
cool.
Stop telling us he's a uniter and that he brings people together like kumbaya.
All right. We got one more commercial before our last section.
Yes, I do.
All right. Well, more from easyleadership.com. If you're watching, this could have been your spot.
Have you heard of the DISC communication tool? Yes, most people in business have. But there is a new tool out there that is tailored for leadership teams. It is called the DISC Work of Leaders and focuses on 3 main areas: vision, alignment, and execution. This amazing assessment is not just a game changer. It is a business strategy necessity if you want to create sustainability. Let's be honest, a lot of executives spend many hours in HR dealing with people issues, and that happens because of reactive leadership. If you are sitting in HR trying to figure out what happened after the fact, then you are not able to concentrate on running your department or business, and it steals your time. Email us or call. It's free to talk about it and learn how to become proactive in your leadership. Big or small, we have a plan to build on your strengths and an action plan for your challenges. Join Eddie Schedule, our CEO and founder, for a quick video on what a report does for you. Head over to our website and scroll down to see this amazing video of the DISC Work of Leaders tool. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to hearing from you.
EasyLeadership.com. Yes, check out the video. I heard it's a good-looking guy doing that video.
Yeah.
So there you go.
All right, we're to our final segment of the night. Tidbits, randoms, and our whiskey of the week. My tidbit is I was astonished by this because I have trouble rolling out of bed with being, almost 40 now and everything hurts, which makes this all more impressive. Lindsey Vonn, the skier, tears her ACL a few weeks ago, and she's still going to ski in the Olympics. Like, that's impressive that you just go do it. And it's, I'm like, it kind of got me thinking of the past, amazing performances, that have been done while hurt. By the way, we got to do the Super Bowl thing at the end of this segment. So,
it's going to be my tidbit.
Oh, okay. So it's just really impressive. I mean, it reminded me of the Emmitt Smith shoulder game. Reminded me of Kobe finishing his free throws with a torn Achilles. Is it Kerry Shrug in the '96 Olympics? Did the perfect vault with a busted ankle. This is going to be on that level, and if she comes anywhere close to medaling, it'll be a storybook type of thing. It could be a movie. Lindsey Vonn, I've been a fan of hers for years. I think this is her 3rd or 4th Olympics she's going to here in a few weeks, and excited to watch the Olympics, to be honest with you. So gives us a lot of content. We're heading into a hell of a year. We got, here in the next month or two, we got March Madness. We got the NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, the World Cup this summer. Obviously, just we got the Olympics here in a few weeks. It's a hell of a year for sports, man. It's awesome. All right. Remind the people what I'm trying to guess, and I have a feeling I may not even be close.
Well, before I get into that, we need to start talking a little bit more about the NHL because it's starting to get a little interesting, especially in the Western Conference with the Avalanche, Wild, and Stars duking it out, and including the Mammoths. One mammoth. One. It still drives me crazy. But yes, all right. So ESPN rated all 59 past Super Bowl teams from the best to the 59. So what I wanted to see how many of the top 5 of all the Super Bowl teams, all the eras, which teams are in the top 5? Or can you even guess one of them?
All right. Man, I'm probably biased on a little more modern era, but I'm going to go 85 Bears.
Number 2 on the list.
Yep. Bam. The 72 Cowboys.
Negatory.
Damn it.
The 72 Cowboys are actually way back. Hang on. Let me see where they ranked them.
It's fine. We're trying to get top 10 at least. 92 Cowboys.
The 92 Cowboys are number 5.
Man, all right. The 97 Broncos.
The 97 Broncos are not in the top 5.
Man, with Elway, Terrell Davis, and that crew, interesting. All right, the 2000 Ravens.
No.
Oof.
They are not in the top 5.
The greatest show on turf, the 98 or 99.
Nope.
Ravens. Really?
Nope. So you've got 2. I'm going to give you 3 more guesses.
I mean, I don't know what years all the
just give me a team. Even though you don't know
the 2000s Super Bowl or New England teams.
There is no New England team in the top 5.
Wow.
2004, when they were 17-2, they are number 7 on the
list. Man, I feel like one of the 4 Steeler teams when they won 4 in the 70s is on that list.
Nope, not in the top 5. All right, get one more guess, and then I'll go through them.
The 94 49ers.
Nope. There is a 49er team, but it is not the 94 49ers.
All right, well, that's all the guesses you're giving me. So what I did not.
Okay.
Which ones did I only got 2. So
you got number 2, which was the 85 Bears, and you got number 5, which was the Cowboys in 92. The number 4 team on the list is the 96 Green Bay Packers, who was 16-3. The number 3 on the list is the 1989 San Francisco 49ers, who were 17-2. You got number 2. You will never in a million years, because I would have never got this, who the number 1 team that they ranked as the best Super Bowl team of all time.
Is it one of the early Packers ones?
Nope.
They didn't put the Jets from Namath, right?
Nope.
It's not one of the recent Chiefs teams?
Nope.
What decade?
The 90s.
The Giants?
Nope. All right, I'm going to tell you. The 1991 Washington Redskins, 17-2 that year. It says by points scored and all the different things, they were the number 1 team. If you count down the rest, number 6. This what gets me.
Just give me the rest of the top 10.
Undefeated Dolphins. Huh?
Just give me the top 10. Round out the top 10.
Yeah. What gets me is the 72 undefeated Dolphins are not in the top 10. But the 73 Dolphins, who were 15-2, were 6. Number 7, I already told you, 2004 New England Patriots. Then you finally get a Pittsburgh team in 1975 when they were 15-2 at 8. Number 9 was the 95 Dallas Cowboys at 15-4.
Interesting.
And number 10, which I think the one you were kind of maybe referring to, was the 1998 Denver Broncos at 17-2.
Yeah, did they? Yeah, because they won 97 and 98. So I was like one of those two teams.
I just feel like they were kind of unfair to the older. Did you know?
That's why. Go ahead.
The Baltimore Colts, 1970, are the 59th team, and then you get the New York Giants of 2011 at 58.
Yeah, it's hard to quantify the older teams versus the modern.
Didn't you mention the Baltimore Ravens?
I did the 2000 Baltimore Ravens. I did
2012 or 2000.
I said 2000, which was in the top 5. Or no, they weren't. No, I said 2000.
Yeah, 2012 they were 52. I'm not sure.
It's all right.
There you go.
All right. Well, once again, my whiskey is safe. So, are people not serious? Like they don't think I'm serious that I won't get them a bottle? It's crazy to me. It's crazy.
33 was the 2000 Ravens.
Gotcha. It's their offense that held them back, so I understand that. I was just comparatively to the 85 Bears, I think they were potentially better, but that's a debate for another day. So no whiskey of the week. Excited next week, Wednesday live. Zach Wolchuk from 105.3 The Fan in Dallas will be on the show. So you want to tune in. I'll be promoting that over the next week or so, but very excited to have him. Really great dude. Dallas radio heading into legendhood, in my opinion. But they're out there on Super Bowl Radio Row this week. And so excited to have him on the show, talk a little Cowboys, of course, and probably a lot of what we're thinking in the draft, what the Cowboys should do, and what a realistic plan is. And I'm going to pitch my plan that I put on to fix the Cowboys, even though
we have one last thing to do. Or no, we already did it. Both of us picked the same team to win the Super Bowl, didn't we?
Yeah, we both picked the Seahawks. We didn't talk about that with the Super Bowl. So yeah,
we talked more about the halftime show. So
yeah, matter of fact, because we talked about it last week. It is what it is. We probably could have got deeper into that, but oh well, it is what it is. But yeah, very excited to have Zach Wolchuk on the show next week. So trying to move up, step up our game. So
absolutely.
But if you get a chance, check out all the shows on Prime Coverage Sports Network. We're going live almost every day of the week now at some point. Mm-hmm. So I know Monday is Unfiltered with Kyle and Mack. I hopped on their show. Last night was The Lockdown, which is an NFL podcast. I know we got the Sports Senseis on Friday, which is our all-ladies sports podcast. Freddie's Facts is, I don't know what day Freddie's on, but he just had a great interview with the Clutch City prep football team, Clutch City Eagles, posted on all of our social media pages, which we are the official coverage for Clutch City Prep. And yeah, so make sure you follow us on X, TikTok, YouTube, all that. And when you see a short that you think is ridiculous and that we're idiots, comment. Let us know we're being stupid. I have fun with it. Don't I, Tennessee Titan fans? Tennessee Titan fans were a little sensitive last week because they thought we were dogging Cam Ward and we weren't. So, yeah. And Cleveland.
Well, all right.
I already apologized to Cleveland. So, which I forgot to go over that. We got a couple
Yeah,
minutes.
what other thing? Because you said there's nothing else to do in Cleveland last week.
Yeah,
but I
and
said
all
quit
you can
dogging
name.
on Cleveland.
Listen, so ladies and gentlemen, this stems from last week that Cleveland hired Todd Monken, and we're like, who the hell is that? We know who Todd Monken is, people. Like, don't see a 5-second clip and assume we don't know who we're. It's satire, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Just don't be that person. Well, then I said this hire is going to be a stain on the underpants of the Cleveland sports scene. And you're like, you just said they all shit their pants. I'm like, no, I didn't say the Cleveland fans.
No, I said you quoted from Dodgeball.
Which is not a quote from Dodgeball, by the way.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
He says your gym is the skid mark on the underpants of America.
Of society is what he said.
Of society.
And
so you
not what I
kind of pretty much use the same line.
Anyways, oh man, well, apparently, my list disappeared. So I'll do it next week. I'll just say this: there wasn't much on the list. Okay, they had some museums on the list.
Cleveland is a cool town.
What?
Cleveland is a cool town.
No, you named one thing outside the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It was the Great Lakes, which there's only one, by the way, and that Cleveland borders. And 9 months out of the year, it's inhabitable because it's too cold. Okay, and 2 is they have this list of museums, but then I looked up, and ultimately, the list of museums. You want to know how many of those museums were in the top 20 in the country outside of Washington, D.C.? None. Okay, so they're not even good museums. All right, Milwaukee had a museum ahead of Cleveland. Why
are you bagging on Cleveland?
Listen, I'm just trying to point out it's no one retires and says I'm moving to Cleveland. Matter of fact,
you don't.
Listen, it's just it is what it is. There's great places, and I said the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is cool. I've been there multiple times, but no one says, "Hey, let's plan a vacation to Cleveland." Sorry.
Well, I will say this: Cleveland has some pretty good beer. Cleveland is very well known for their local breweries.
So I will say that was on the list. Craft beer scene is solid there, but I don't drink beer, so that doesn't appeal.
Yeah, you're weird like that.
So, quick question: do you prefer Todd over Jim?
Todd over Jim.
I'm confused.
Which Todd?
All right, Denzel, you're gonna have to clarify, man, because we are lost right now. This is probably something we referred to, but Todd over Jim. I'm completely lost on that. Like this is terrible on it. I feel like it's gonna be something hilarious that we said or we already know, and so Denzel, shoot a comment real quick. Let us know. We'll give you an answer. I'll wait for you to do that. But yeah. So, but hey. All right.
Yeah, I don't know what he means. Todd over Jim. Jim who?
Oh,
new head coach.
Todd Monken and Jim Schwartz. Okay. In Cleveland. Oh, we're talking about Cleveland again. All right. Let me flush the toilet real quick. Yeah.
Easy.
Hey, I told you their hallowed sons gave them the middle finger twice because he didn't want to live in Cleveland. Okay. All right. Hashtag LeBron James. I would have preferred Jim Schwartz, to be honest, over Todd Monken. To answer your question, I just think what he's done with the defense in Cleveland, what they've built on that side of the ball, and you don't have your quarterback of the future on the roster. I'm sorry, it's not Shedeur Sanders. I know Todd Monken, there's that clip of him saying, I wanted to draft you in Baltimore. Why? So he could sit behind Lamar Jackson for 5, 6, 7, 8 years. You know?
Well, so since I'm being asked on mine, I'm going to quote from a famous movie, Spaceball. Which one I prefer? May the be with you. So there you go. Yeah, I don't know who Monken is, and he may turn out to be. It's just like last year. We were dogging out the shoddy freaking pig, and he turned us around. So for all you Cleveland fans, and I like Cleveland. I always had a great time in Cleveland. So not that I was there many, many times, but what I'm going to say is that
Thank you, Denzel.
I hope he surprises us. I really do.
Thank you, Denzel. I couldn't agree more. Now, in the summer at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, cool. But I'd rather be hanging out in Columbus or Sandusky in Ohio. All right. I'm just going to be honest. All right. Sandusky's got Cedar Point, got Kalahari, got some fun, got the jet skis on the lake. And Columbus is just a lot of fun. So, yes, Harden did want to go to Cleveland, which that's stupid. Now, I did hear a rumor. LeBron may be wanting to go back to Cleveland because of this Harden trade. He thinks they can make it to the final. LA's, relationship is frosty at the moment with LeBron and ownership. So we'll see if something materializes out of that. I don't think that's happening by the deadline tomorrow. So, all right, folks. Well, we're going to wrap it up. We appreciate y'all sticking around through all the tomfoolery. That is us. We had a lot of fun. Had Coach Jay Kidd on the show. Did I hear right? He was in a Christmas outfit. That seems odd in February. And then maybe
he's kind of
week,
an odd person.
We're supposed to have JJ or Jerry Jones on the show, but he couldn't make it. And maybe we'll have JJ on next week, potentially. So we'll see what happens. But, yeah, folks, we appreciate the support. Go follow us on everything. And we're out of here. Peace. We love y'all.
Night.
Can't breathe and I catch my breath, but I keep chasing that same old devil down the same old dead end. My music hits me so hard, makes me say